No, I looked at Twitter for a second, and just the insane Letterboxd account posted movies where the protagonists are left alone in a nice house for the weekend and they trash it, but then the homeowners have to come home early because of unforeseen circumstances involving their youngest child. So the protagonists have to hurry to clean it all up, and at first it looks like they got away with it, but later in the movie the homeowners find out about everything due to a small error the protagonist didn't take into account, and now our protagonists are in big trouble. And the movies are Parasite and Diary of a Wimpy Kid Roderick Rules.
Oh boy,
that's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
I love that account.
It's good quality content.
People are just unhinged on that website. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the Video Game Choo-Choo podcast. It's me, John. I took a break last week, and by that I mean I wasn't on the podcast, and we delayed some other stuff. And I don't feel rested. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still exhausted, but we press on, I suppose, as we have to, because there is no alternative. I'm John. I'm the host of the podcast, and I'm here with Chris. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty okay. I woke up like 3 hours ago, so I'm nice and almost refreshed.
Oh.
So, you know, maybe this whole quarantine thing has completely destroyed my sleep schedule to where 5 p.m. is the morning for me.
Yeah, you know, it's all kinds of shit.
I mean, as long as I'm consistent and still getting enough sleep, that's all that matters, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. How are you doing, John? Like
I said, I'm fucking tired.
It's a meeting of tired minds here on the Video Game Choo-Choo podcast this week.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you know, it's all over the place. I guess they just posted what the PS5 box art for Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to look like. You know what it looks like?
The exact same thing, but with white instead of blue.
That is correct.
Wow.
And I think the white part, like the banner on the top, it's slightly smaller than the blue on the PS4 banner.
Yeah.
So it's slightly smaller. That's wild.
It honestly looks worse. It doesn't look as good. The blue makes things pop a little bit better on the cover.
Yeah, I mean, that's why everything has the orange and blue, you know, because it just makes everything pop. But, I don't know, I don't hate it. I don't hate, like, pure white, pure black, anything like that. Sometimes that's just a nice color. But also some variety is welcome. So the PS5 or PS4 being blue was interesting.
Yeah. I'm interested to see when we start seeing more, just to see how it contrasts with things.
I guess so. Yeah. There's always something.
Always is.
Folks, there's some fucking games happened. There's a lot of news. I didn't play that much, but there's just a lot of news lately. You played something, though.
I did.
You played a handful of things, actually. We both kind of played some stuff. So I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Do you want to go ahead and just talk about what's going on with something that you've been playing?
Yeah, I am still like deep in on Neo 2. I suck at that game. I die constantly, especially now that I'm trying to get a whole handle on the new weapons, where it's just like, it's so different from the weapons I'm used to. So, like, that's one of the things about that game is every weapon has a completely different feel. So it's, what do you want to do? Do I want to hit something with a giant big fuck off sword or a, trifold staff? And I want to hit things with the trifold staff so I can see if I can recreate the main character from Suikoden 5 in Neo 2. That weapon's really hard to use. But also, that's probably just because I spent the entire game just using one weapon. So now moving on to any others, I'm just like, how does work? No, boss, stop killing me, even though I'm over-leveled. But it's still just so much fun the way that game just feels like I spent a bunch of time talking crap about Sekiro last week, and I still feel justified just because of how much better Neo 2 feels in fluidity. It's just wild that Team Ninja can nail a game this well. And it's like, why can't you do that with everything else? Please do more games like this, please.
Mm-hmm.
Boobies aren't everything. Please give me more Neo. Quality.
We can maybe argue. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just yucking.
I mean, Dead or Alive 6 sucks. Like, that fighting game roundtable when they came out and we're just like, yeah, we're done developing the game, but hey, let's advertise our free edition a bunch. It's like, yeah, you know.
Niall's gonna take you to task for that one, saying that game sucks.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Niall probably thinks that game sucks too. I think I think he shifted to 5 because 5's still a great game.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for him. I can only speak for myself in that I played a little bit of 6 and I was like, this plays okay, and then that was it.
Yeah, I mean, it plays fine. They just get in their own way, and they haven't done that.
They really do,
and they haven't done that with Neo yet. Neo just continues to be a spectacular feeling, really fun action game where you constantly die and go run back to get your soul spirits and turn them in for levels and continue getting really good at your cool hook on the end of a chain with a ball on the other end that I can throw at people and hit them in the head and give them a concussion. Just good big bonking. God, I love the Kusarigama. And just, yeah, like incredible boss design, like incredible like encounter design. It's like, make more games like this, please, because it's everything I want in video games.
Sure. Well, I mean, I can't, but maybe they can. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Maybe should I talk about something?
Yeah.
I guess I could. All right. So since I was on break, I was trying not to do anything too harsh. Played a few just, games here and there. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, maybe some Pokemon, maybe some other stuff. I don't know. It's kind of hard to remember. But what I do remember is look, they probably talked about it a shit ton last week. I wasn't there. I haven't listened to it. So I've been playing a lot of that Fate Go event just because I don't have to think when I'm doing it. And that's nice. It's just watching numbers go up, which is always fun. The writing is actually really good. It's so crazy. Yeah. They could just make a good game if they wanted to. If they just sat down and actually translated it well, it would be good.
Sorry, yeah, Rose talking about it got me to download it and started playing it. Because yeah.
I feel bad, talking about how good that event is. Because the event is good, but you have to trudge through a lot of shit. I think that, I don't know if they would have the budget to do it, I don't know if they would be allowed to do it, but God, I wish that they could have the current translation team go back and retranslate the beginning of that game. The first, 3 or 4, mainline story quests, singularities that they're called in the game, those need to get redone, because the translations are fucking terrible. And they drag down that game so much. But once you hit, Camelot, the writing gets really good. I mean, it gets way harder, and that's a big problem, is that, that's the biggest problem, I think, with that game, is that, it's not that difficult, but the writing's really bad, and then the writing gets good, and it gets way more difficult. It just, there's no middle ground.
So the writing getting good is the same area as the paywall?
Pretty much, yeah.
You want to experience the good writing, now you gotta pay money. Maybe that's why they haven't redone it.
I mean, It's arguable. I mean, the nice thing about Fate Go is that it's really easy to just, like, use other people's servants to get you through things. So, like, as long as you, like, and it's really easy to just, like, use other online people, not just, like, friends.
So, like a lot of gacha games where you just,
Yeah.
hey, I get my guest character. Ooh, there's a max level person with max abilities. All right.
Yeah, I mean, but Fate Go is, like, especially good with that. So, you know, it's something. But I don't know. I've never spent $1 on that game, and maybe that's why I haven't finished Camelot. I still haven't finished it because it's very frustrating, and I don't want to do it. But who knows? We'll see. And then I also started playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Ooh, welcome to the club.
I mean, it's just I'm not like wowed by it or anything yet. You know, I know everyone talks it up like, oh my god, it's like one of the best RPGs of the decade. So far, I'm just doing like MMO bullshit. There is nothing going on yet, and I know that they trimmed a bunch of stuff from the Realm Reborn stuff, and it's a lot less just running around fetch quest stuff.
Yeah,
but it's still a lot of that. I'm still doing a lot of that right now.
A friend of mine just finished it, and I'm about to get started with it over on your guy, y'all's neck of the woods, over on y'all's server with an alt that I set up over there, so I could go through that early stuff and see just how much it's changed. And just hearing that, like, they just finished all of it, and they didn't do any content other than the main story quests and their job quests, and they ended up at level 52 at the end of the game. They were always above the level they needed to be for doing quests, which is a big change from the original, because there were times where I would just have to stop for a week to grind, because there are areas where it was like, oh, you finished this one quest at level 42. The next one you can do is level 47. And it's like, you just wanted to scream inside. But yeah, like hearing from them that it's so much more streamlined. It cut about 20 hours off the game.
Wow. Okay.
And in not actually cutting that many quests, they just cut the most like intolerably repetitive ones. And so that's nice to hear, because yeah, you do a lot of MMO bullshit in those early ones. That, yeah, I mean, you're probably going to be saying that for a little bit until you hit around level 35-ish or so. Then it's
I'm already like level 20 something, like 24 maybe. So,
damn, you're cruising.
I guess so. I mean, I've just been, just running around doing all the quests.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It gets a lot more interesting as the game goes, but really doesn't hit its stride until the last patch before the first expansion. Which is why I'm glad they added all of that to the free trial, because the original free trial is just the most intolerably boring stuff. Where it's
that does not seem like a good way to sell that game. So yeah. I'm glad that they rejiggered it and then added a lot more of the really good stuff onto there. That would help sell it.
Like, I'm definitely excited to see what you think as you go on, if you depending on how you continue with it. Like,
I'll see how I feel once I hit Heavensward, right?
Yeah.
That's the first one? Okay, yeah, maybe once I hit that. Because, still, I haven't bought it, I haven't, done any of that, I'm just doing the trial. But, yeah. I like my mans that I made. I made a Dangerous Tsuchinoko. He's they're like an Aura, is that what they're called?
Yes. The Aura, the dragon.
Sure. I just thought he looked cool. I don't know. I didn't really... Look, I don't think about, the lore. I'm not thinking about, what's my character? I'm just hanging out. I'm just Dangerous Tsuchinoko. I'm just fucking chilling. I'm gonna save the world, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I think an arcanist, I think they're called.
Yeah.
I have a little motherfucker that follows me around and does more damage, and that's pretty cool.
You're an arcanist who eventually becomes a summoner. Ooh,
okay, yeah, that does sound pretty sweet. I can't wait to summon a bunch of bullshit and just hoot and holler at everybody. And then I'm also doing some culinary stuff. That's kind of fun-ish.
I love the culinary path. I mean, I have to. I'm opening a frickin' bakery, but it's like, yeah, it's the crafting is relaxing.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm doing a little bit of it, and so far I'm just like, okay, well, that's kind of nice, but I want to, like, figure out what I'm going to do with it. But, I don't know. I mean, if it's not really something that you, like, actively do stuff with, and if it's just, like, something that you sell with, then, you know, maybe it's something I'll, like, level every once in a while, and then I'll just be like, alright, well, now I need money, I'll sell some food. I don't know.
The culinarian path is actually, like, a really good one for actually having things that come in handy for people and yourself, because when, like, all the food has bonuses that it gives you, so it'll be like, you can get a 3% experience boost, or an 8% vitality direct hit, critical rate up boost from eating food. So, like, whenever anyone does, which is why culinarian is one of the easiest ways to be useful for people around you and for yourself, like, because food is always handy to have. Like, if you're doing content, it's like always good to eat a meal beforehand, because you get those boosts which come in really handy.
I should maybe start eating shit, because I've just been cooking and being like, alright, well, I cooked something. I haven't looked at it.
Yep, you like, definitely on that path, especially for you. Once your cooking ability gets to level 40, you can make taiyaki, or pastry fish, and those are really good for wizard characters. For mage characters, they make your, like, spell speed up by 6%. It's like, whew.
Oh shit! Yeah, okay.
Or sorry, 8% with the pastry fish. It's real nice. Like, suddenly it's like, woo. Just blasting spells out there.
Sure. So yeah, that's mostly what I've been playing.
No, that's really nice. I mean,
much else to talk about. Yeah,
that's me too. Like, I mean, while we're still on the subject, I finished all the new content, and I'm not gonna. I know Rose and Skull do the big podcast. I'm not gonna step on their toes by actually talking about any of the story, like, details or anything like that. But the conclusion to Shadowbringers, up until then, like, Heavensward was still, like, sentimentally my favorite part of the game and one of my favorite Final Fantasy stories ever. But with the conclusion of Shadowbringers is now my favorite Final Fantasy story ever.
Well, all right.
It is. I was bawling in tears, and I just felt so many emotions, and, like, just the music and everything from all the content from the new Beast Tribes to the Nier raid is everything I would have ever wanted from this game, and why I can't stop playing, because, like, when they start to nail it, they frickin' nail it. It's astounding how good that conclusion was. Like, and that it honestly shocked me, because I was expecting to be disappointed, because I saw every way they could fuck it up, and I expected them to, because they did with Heavensward, and they did not mess up a single thing. And by contrast, they actually made parts of expansions that I did not like things I liked.
That's always good.
It's wild how well they nailed it with this. It absolutely blew me away, and there's a reason I played for like 20 hours straight the day it released. I was just like, no, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to start playing right at 2 a.m. when it goes live, and I'm going to play until I finish everything. And I just couldn't stop. It's amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yes. Honestly, I really hope, John, that your experience in the game is good enough that you stick through to some of that stuff, because it's like...
Sure. I mean, yep. I'm having an okay time. I'll probably keep playing it for a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, so far I'm a little upset that nobody seems to acknowledge me when I say that that I believe that hentai bridges the gap between man and God and stuff like that in the chat. They don't seem to be very receptive to that, but maybe eventually.
See, you need to do that in Limsa Laminsa, because that's where all the fucked up people are.
Yeah, I'm in there sometimes. There's usually just a bunch of cat girls dancing on the spires.
Yeah,
just, for hours at a time, and I have no idea how you do that with your life. Do they get tipped? People give them money? Because at the very least, if they're getting money, I would understand that.
Sometimes, I have friends who will just go into towns with their bard ability, bard macros, and play fucking, rickroll people and get 1 million gil.
See, I get that. I'm not gonna. I'm not over here slut shaming the cat girl dancers.
No,
I'm not saying that.
Not.
I'm just saying are they getting something from it? Are they getting paid? That's what I'm saying. Are they? Because they deserve to be getting paid if they're sitting there like that, entertaining the people.
More than likely, they're in someone's tails getting something.
All right. Well.
All
right.
Welcome to Limsa.
Hey, as long as they're getting something, that's all I want to hear. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
But no, I'm excited to see where you go.
Alright, yeah, the continued adventures of Danger Tsuchinoko.
It's a good name.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to Ari out there for giving me that name. That was good as shit. I was originally going to go with Doom King Baylor Droke, because that's another... I was like, it has to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster. I have to have it be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster, because it's me. And yeah, Danger Tsuchinoko is a pretty good one.
Now, if you get to the point where you can unlock the Astrologian job... if you want to learn to be a healer, their entire skill set is based around the heart of the cards.
All right. Well, I think we may have to figure this one out, because if I have the cards, I can play some shit. I could be a real dual monsters champion. I almost said dual master, and that's the wrong game. That's a bad one. That's the bad one that people don't like.
I don't even know what that one is.
We can talk about some news now. How about that?
Yeah, there was a lot of it. Or at least it was all pretty big.
Yeah, I'd say that most of this is pretty large stuff. A lot of it's pretty much either bad or stupid. Sometimes a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So, should we start off with the more difficult stuff, or should we go towards the more just rote, everyday stuff?
Let's just start with the rote stuff.
Alright. So... Okay, I feel like calling this rote's a little mean then. I just meant, more... less pressing, less vile. That's more what I meant. So, Capcom developer, Street Fighter producer, and extremely smiley man, Yoshinori Ono, has left the company. He announced it this past Sunday, the 9th. He, was talking about how, that Capcom couldn't do much because of COVID, the Street Fighter, and maybe this is something that he was going to announce at EVO or something like that. But yeah, he's not going to be. He's been there for 30 years. Let me just quote some of what he wrote. After serving almost 30 years at Capcom and leaving the company this summer, he said he's resigning his position as the brand manager for all of the games, including Street Fighter. He did a lot. He did a whole lot for fighting games, but he also hurt fighting games a lot. Like, I think Ono is one of the most difficult to break down developers I could think of, because Street Fighter 4 revitalized fighting games. It saved fighting games from being a continued obscurity.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Capcom killed fighting games for a while there. They overdid it. And it was really hard to bring back. And then Street Fighter 4 was just so good that nobody could ignore it. And then, just as time went on, Capcom slid back into their old problems, and they just made a bunch of stinkers, and those stinkers were under Ono's watch. Like, you got Street Fighter Cross Tekken, you got Marvel Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, and that was really good, and, there was good and bad from under his watch. And, it's tough to really say, what his legacy should be seen as, because it's both positive and negative in almost equal amounts, I would say. So, I think it's fine that it's time for him to retire. I don't think it's like a bad thing. I hope he didn't quit on really harsh terms or anything, but he's been around for 30 years. And someone else should step in, I think. There should be a new face at the front of fighting games. Capcom fighting games specifically. Maybe someone who can, I don't know, actually get a Darkstalkers off the ground. That would be nice. But yeah, I hope he's well. I hope he is able to relax. And, Yoshinori Ono, good luck to you.
Thinking about his legacy is really interesting because, he brought things back with Street Fighter 4. Mm-hmm. And you wonder how much of, both Marvel Infinite and Street Fighter 5 was his fault and how much was corporate, Mm-hmm. Yeah. How much was, yes, there is a problem with him, kind of... I don't know if he's out of touch when you hear people talk about what Street Fighter 6 was going to be, that they were working on it, and this entire new season is because they just couldn't, Ono just couldn't pull it together.
I mean, it could have just been COVID too, you can't really blame him for all that,
Yeah, I mean, there are lots of things, but and it's really, looking at the games that came out after Street Fighter 4, though, where, Street Fighter Cross Tekken is not a bad game. It's not a good game, but it at least was what it said it was. Mm-hmm. Same with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which plays incredibly well, but the fact is it was just kind of shat out the door before it was ready. I mean, they had all these they announced all these DLC plans and then didn't do them because just the game failed miserably because A, they released the worst beta they possibly could, and then B, they released a game that did not look good. In screenshots, so everyone's going to make fun of it because all the faces are terrible and the animations are bad, especially in the story mode, and it just it killed what is a really solid game. And then Street Fighter 5 came and they somehow fucked that one up even worse because that game at launch was it's a good fighting game. It's not bad, but it's also just the changes they made to the formula and the way it plays just feels off. And but all of those things are was it him or was it corporate telling him, no, you can only have 6 characters and we're going to do seasonal stuff and,
Yeah.
We need to get this out now before it's actually fully ready and stuff like that. It's a tough legacy to really look at fully because there's so much behind the scenes stuff with it. I just wish him the best because regardless of that, he is still just, him and his Blanca are the most adorable thing at every fighting game tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that's why I'm not saying like, oh, fuck him, you know, it's a complicated issue and, you know, we'll never know the real truth, but at the same time, like, he was in charge for a lot of those things, so, you know, it's impossible to really say, but yeah, you're right to keep that in mind, but also, you know, those games were failures and they really hurt fighting games in general, so it's a shame.
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, gotta wish the guy the best. Hope he finds somewhere that works out well for him.
More news, or do you have anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, actually. And I talked about it last time, and it makes perfect sense since we were talking about mediocre Marvel games.
Oh.
I got into that beta for that Marvel's Avengers, and it is it's hard to describe. It's the most aggressively mediocre game I have ever played, maybe. and it feels intentional, which is weird. It feels like they are intentionally trying to make a 3 out of 5 game, because it's not bad. But it's also not good. It's in this weird middle ground where I can't, like, say anything, like, super terrible about it. I can say, like, there are some enemies with some bullshit that they pull that when they ask you to stand in a control point and control that point while those enemies are just doing attacks that take up 3/4 of your life bar if they hit, is just like, well, fuck you. But at the same time, it's also not like impossible. It's like, oh, we died to that. Okay, let's change our strategy and go at it again. Just like, you know, Anthem. Just like, oh, okay, ran into a new thing. Kicked our ass. Okay, slight adjustment. Now it's done. But at the same time, it never felt like it never felt like I was playing a game that I want to go back to, because I'm leveling up my abilities. Okay, the new stuff I can do doesn't feel any different from what I was doing before. It doesn't feel like it mattered. Like, nothing felt like it mattered. Leveling up, any of that, the game still felt exactly the same every time, and I'll probably play some more this weekend, maybe, but it's, at the same time, it's just like, I don't really care to. Maybe I'll just wait until the final game comes out so that I can actually go through and give a real impression of what it is, but
yeah, don't overdo it if it's just, like, boring the shit out of you.
Yeah, like, it's not even...
It's make it harder to actually finish the regular thing, you know?
Yeah, it's not even boring, and that's the problem, is it's just aggressively mediocre. It's, like, none of the characters feel significantly different enough. Yeah, they can all do they can all do different things and have different abilities and stuff, but at the end of the day, you're still just mostly pushing X, 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 Y. Oh no, there's a guy with a shield, so I'll charge up Y to break his shield before I hit X, 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 Y. Now I'm going to pop my ability off. Okay, I popped my ability off. Now I'm going to wait 3 minutes for it to recharge. Okay, I'm going to pop my abilities off again. It's... And none of them feel really good. Like, it's... And all of them have one ability that almost feels the same with every character. Like, Kamala Khan has Embiggen. Oh, she gets big and does more damage. Well, you use that same ability with Iron Man. He just puts on the Hulkbuster armor and gets big and does more damage. It's kind of... It's such a weird game. Because I have a lot of feelings on it. Like the idea that Kamala Khan is kind of the main character through the beginning of the story. Awesome. The fact that she doesn't really play any differently from any of the other characters, except for her ranged attack doesn't have as much range, is... You know, she stretches her arm out. Captain America throws his shield. Hulk throws giant rocks. Black Widow shoots guns. Iron Man shoots pulse blasts. It's like, okay. It's such a weird game because every like arena is like, oh, here's a war zone map where it's just like a big map open area where I'm jumping around and doing some jumping puzzles for some treasure. Okay, that would feel a little better if like the camera were a little better, but in the end it just all feels like they are trying to make a game that doesn't push anything or offend anyone, so it just exists. Like, that's my review of the Avengers beta. It exists. Kind of.
It's just there to happen, you know?
Like, I have played betas that have given me a worse impression of a game. Street Fighter V. I have played betas that gave me a much better impression of a game when it came out. I kind of feel like this one is just giving me exactly what this game is. Just, we're trying to make a mediocre game where, hey, we're going to have 1 billion tie-ins, so if you give that phone company some money, you can get some skins. But if you give that company money, you can get some different skins. Yeah, they have AT&T and Verizon exclusive skins. Like, what?
Yeah, wow.
Like, it's PlayStation 4. You can play as Spider-Man. There are probably going to be a bunch of other PS4 exclusive things, and it's just like... I want to care about this game, but everything they have done in the last month has just been like, wow, you really are fucking this up. But yeah, that's the Avengers. I wouldn't recommend anyone like... Well, actually, everything after this is open beta, so now it's not a pre-order beta anymore. So, but, I mean... I still wouldn't recommend jumping in and trying it out because it's just bleh. Like
I feel a little bad about that because, like, I don't know, I'm kind of sick of all the superhero stuff, but I loved Spider-Man on PS4, and I'd be down to play more superhero stuff. Like, but I feel like they keep putting out things that are not the things that I actually want.
Yeah,
like I like the Spider-Man, sure. And they were like, oh, we're going to make an Iron Man game. I was like, yeah, okay. And then they're like, it's VR. And I'm like, no, I don't want that one. No, thank you. And now there's this Avengers game. And I'm like, all right, what's it like? And they're like, it's some kind of weird RPG that is just super basic and
it's
inoffensive
Anthem.
And not trying anything. And it's Anthem. And I'm like,
it's fucking Anthem. It is fucking Anthem. Like, it is legitimately like, oh, hey, the big open world areas, but then instance dungeons that are smaller and more focused, and they sucked.
I don't need it.
No.
I want an Iron Man game where I'm just flying around doing cool shit. I want Hulk Ultimate Destruction 2.
Oh, hell yes.
Just do that again.
Yes.
Like, Spider-Man PS4 was Spider-Man 2. Just make Hulk Ultimate Destruction 2. Just do that again, because people liked it. Just
Hulk
do that
Ultimate
again.
Destruction is still one of my favorite superhero games. And they already made a
dumb and good.
Yeah, they made a sequel to it, and it was called Prototype. It wasn't as good, but it was still, like, fucking fun. Like, I just want to be...
Just do it again.
Yeah, just give me an Hulk Ultimate Destruction 2. God. Just let me destroy buildings and throw pieces of those buildings at military helicopters.
Yes. Yes.
Fuck yes.
Captain America, I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't know if I want a Captain America game because he's a small man. What the fuck does he do? He throws a shield?
Yeah. Like Ultimate Alliance 3 was pretty okay, but it also wasn't as good as... Like, the first Ultimate Alliance is still the only one of those I look at as an actual good game. Like Ultimate Alliance 2 just sucked because they were trying to do too many things and told a really shitty story. Ultimate Alliance 3 was pretty okay, but took out a lot of the stuff I liked from the early ones and made it feel like a gacha loot drop game at times.
I think they should make a game about a superhero sometimes. That's all. I don't know. I don't know. I want to play Miles Morales. There you go. That's
yes.
What I'm leaving this off on. Damn, I want to play that Miles Morales game.
So do I. Like, even if it's just like, you know, a Lost Odyssey, not Lost Odyssey, but you know, the fucking whatchamacallit, the game, the Uncharted spin-off. Uncharted. Yeah, even if it's just that long, that spin-off was still really goddamn good for 10 hours or whatever. If you give me 10, 15 hours of really good Miles Morales story, I am going to be all over that. We're also setting up for whatever they're doing next with the Spider-Man stuff. Keep making them. Keep making them, please.
Sure, yeah, it's all good.
Like, even though the DLC for the Spider-Man PS4 sucked, like, it just was... Actually, Marvel's Avengers aggressively mediocre.
I mean,
you still got to swing around that city as Spider-Man, baby, and it was fun.
Yeah, you really could. It was good. I don't. God, there's just so much dumb shit that happened. Probably I'll talk about the dumbest shit that happened this week. So a couple of days ago, Epic Games decided we're gonna make our V-Bucks cheaper. But the way that we're gonna do it is we're gonna make it so players can just buy V-Bucks straight through our game. And so Apple and Google can't do their payment processing. They don't get their cut anymore. So Apple was like, "Oh, then you can't be on our app service anymore because, you know, this goes against our rules." And as soon as that happened, Epic immediately went, "All right, we're going to sue you." And they dropped a gigantic lawsuit onto Apple, which is a little funny in a way, but, you know, it's...
Them immediately having their in-game fucking video, 1984 video ready to go. There was a spoof on that old Apple ad and shit like that. Yeah. It was just like, I mean, they knew exactly every step that was going to happen. They knew as soon as they did that, they were going to get taken off the stores. So they put up their video and then filed a lawsuit, and it's just like, yeah, like all they are doing is like, it's weird because it's people getting in a...
The thing is that Epic has a slight point in that, you know, Apple and Google have a monopoly, and the antitrust law should be kicking in for these things. But they are fighting the wrong kind of fight, and they are also a billion-dollar company fighting against a trillion-dollar company. It is, like, everyone made the joke, but it is 100% Alien versus Predator thing, where Epic is just trying to get a bigger slice of the pie, and they already have so much money. They're valued at like $20 billion and only getting bigger and bigger because more people are getting Unreal Engine, more kids are playing Fortnite, and this is just to get more public pressure onto Google and Apple to try to let Epic have more money. Like, it's like it's a bunch of kids just aren't gonna be able to play their game.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be complaining to their parents, and their parents who don't care about anything else besides their day-to-day are gonna get that interrupted by their kids screaming about not being able to play their game.
It's such a weird shit show. Like, it's
weaponizing children. It's literally weaponizing children for monetary gain.
And it's $2 billion. Like, it's a pissing contest between billionaire companies, and people are fucking taking sides. Like, that's the weird fucked up thing, is me seeing that on Twitter, like, oh, fuck you, Epic, fuck you, Apple, and it's like, holy shit, y'all, these companies do not need you to defend that. It's like a weird, like, miniature console war with a bunch of weird babies, and it's and people are going along with it. That's what's driving me up the wall. Like, it's fucking working, and like, could it be better for other companies if Epic wins their suit? Maybe, but more than likely, if Epic wins their suit, it's only going to help Epic. It's because, you know, other companies aren't going to have the capital to sue Apple. Will it force Apple to change their rules so that companies can take a bigger cut of their in-game purchases? Maybe. Will this completely eliminate the gacha market? Because every gacha game will immediately just start going, no, we're going to sell our own money so we can keep 100% of it, baby. It's such a weird fucking... it's so weird.
It's very strange. I don't know. I can't tell you what's going to happen, but basically, I don't care. Like,
it's just like, y'all, they're billion-dollar companies. Why do you care?
I think that, we as humans should be able to care about more than one thing. We can be upset about slightly trivial things while also being upset about the big picture, I'm sitting here, like, yapping about, like, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Reprints and shit and get pissed off about that. But that doesn't mean that I'm not upset about, like, police brutality and climate change and, what's going on with the post office and all this other horrible, horrible shit that's going on, which, is overwhelming in its own way. But, like, when I see this, I just sit there and I'm just like, you shouldn't care, but there are more important things. Like, things in your life that are more important. Like, care about something that matters to you. Like, I feel a little bit bad for the kids that are gonna get interrupted with this. I feel a little bit for the parents that are gonna be annoyed, and, of course, they should just be good parents and, like, talk to their kids. But, like, really, if you're caring about Epic, if you're like, yeah, I want Epic to win so Epic can get more money, just chug shit through a hose. Like, fuck you.
Oh, God. Yeah, like, it's true. Like, the amount of people who, like, give, like, this is, like, important to them. And I'm sitting there like, no, get mad about something that's actually important. Like the fact that my character can't wear fucking khakis and has to wear a skirt in Final Fantasy. That's some bullshit. But you know what isn't bullshit? Like, and the only reason I can get mad about that is because I'm at the end game and I really want to wear pants. But it doesn't mean I don't care about this other stuff. Like, and like the Epic thing, I do kind of care because there's some interesting things that could come from the outcome. But I do not give a shit about fucking Epic or Apple.
Exactly,
Billion dollar
I should say it is... Yeah. Like, the thing is it's not that I don't care in the sense that, like, people should be paid fairly. Apple should be taking far less of a cut than they are. Like 30% of every purchase is a lot. And they should figure that out. There should, like, but the fact that it's like people are gunning for Epic, saying that Epic is like a champion for the people. No, they're not.
Yeah.
They are not.
They're absolutely not. They're like half owned by freaking Tencent. Like Tencent owns a bunch of them. Like, I mean, they've got shareholders, but they sure as hell aren't the people. Like, I say this as somebody who likes Fortnite. I still sometimes play, like, not Battle Royale, but the original Fortnite that was Fortnite before Fortnite became Fortnite. Like, I still play that the PvE stuff because it's really fun building a fucking Rube Goldberg machine of traps and watching zombies just walk through it and die. But at the same time, I'm not going to give a shit about this outside of what the outcome could mean. Like, if whoever wins, I don't care. Unless it's one of those situations where when one of them wins, we all lose. Which could happen. But we don't know that right now.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. For a lot of people that know me, and I think I've talked about it on the podcast a few times, I'm a big tabletop fan. Card games, tabletop, role-playing games, all those things. Well, I finally got, and it's a game I've played before, but I finally got the source book from kickstarting the Lancer source book back a couple of years ago, and I just want to say it's one of the most beautiful, beautiful books I have laid eyes on. The game is incredibly fun. If you like robots, and like I've already been started up a campaign with some friends that, hey, if you like piloting big mecha and fighting things, and it's like essentially having a good, easy to play version of MechWarrior, is that's the game for you. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I wanted to give that a shout out just because the presentation of the book, the cover art, the way it's bound and hardcover, it is absolutely one of the most beautiful books I have ever laid hands on in the tabletop RPG space. So, and then, hey, in excellent news, because I'm the big Ubisoft fan here, they finally shit-canned the Assassin's Creed guy.
That's good.
He's not just suspended anymore. They just finally just straight up fired him.
Nice.
And that makes me happy, especially when, people who worked there started opening up to Jason Schreier and whatnot about, like, oh yeah, like, Cassandra was supposed to be the only playable character, but then he made us add a dude because nobody's going to want to play a lady. And all that shit. Like, multiple games, like finding out how much he got in the way of multiple games, that Aya in Assassin's Creed Origins was supposed to have a much bigger part of the story. And just getting pushed completely to the background. It's just like, God, it's so good that fucker is gone. The house cleaning at Ubisoft continues, and I hope it continues for a long time because there are probably a lot more problems there, and they need to get them the fuck out. And these people have no place in games.
No, yeah,
and they should not. And if they start landing at other companies after being laid off for fired for the shit they did, well then fuck those other companies. That's when I'm just like, no, I'm not supporting your shit anymore. Because like, these people should not have jobs in this industry. They should not be here.
They're actively detracting from the art of games.
Yes. And I'm not just talking like, yes, actively detracting from the art of games by forcing male protagonists and shit like that, actively forcing designers to change their plans to add dudes. That sucks. Also, being a sex pest. That's even worse. Burn in hell. Get the hell out of our industry. We don't need you here. It's nice to see actions being taken, and I hope there are a lot more.
Clean house.
Hell yes.
Okay. I have two more things. So some controversy was stirred up thanks to an announcement by 505 Games about Control. There's going to be a new Ultimate Edition that is, like the full Game of the Year version that has all the expansions and all that. However, that will be the only version of the game that will come with the free upgrade to the next-gen version, because there's going to be a PS5 and Xbox Series X version of Control. So you're going to have to rebuy Control at, I guess, full price? I'm trying to see if it says, how much it's going to be. Because, they've sold this game again, they've had this game out. It is gone on sale. So people have gotten this game for, I bought Control for, $30. So, I don't know. It's kind of, I feel like at this point you should just not buy it until, if you're planning on getting it for the new consoles and you haven't bought it already, just wait until it's out on the new consoles.
The fact that I'm being fucking punished for buying the game on release with its expansion pass because I wanted that DLC as it came out, because hell yes, that game's good. I'm being punished for supporting the game when it came out instead of waiting 6 months or a year to buy it now is...
It's bad.
That's some infuriating bullshit.
It's bad.
That's real bad.
Well, it'll be out. The Ultimate Edition is August 27th on Steam, September 10th on the Epic Game Store, PS4 and Xbox One digitally, and they're gonna have physical versions and all that bullshit, yada yada yada. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird, bad idea, I feel like. But they did also say that there's going to be some updates to the game. They said that they were going to add some more checkpoints and make the game just play a bit smoother, which, hey, I still need to finish some stuff in that game. So if they're updating it and making it just a smoother game, then that sounds good to me, because I haven't gotten any of the DLC. I want to get the DLC because I want to see, we're getting the Alan Wake expansion.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Alan Wake expansion. I need to see the Alan Wake expansion.
Hell yes.
So... we'll see. We will see how that goes.
I can't see them not backing off of that. It just feels like a massive load of bullshit.
And this is all on top of the conversation that, we're seeing a lot of companies talking about bumping their game prices up to $70.
Yeah.
And that's difficult, it's $10 extra doesn't seem much to some people, but $10 is a lot of money to a lot of folks, and it's a shame, but you take that into consideration. You just think about how crazy sales are lately. You really have to weigh your options.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. I really don't think games should be $70. Because the real reason why those games are becoming $70 isn't because it's not like they're going to be paying the devs more. It's just bonuses for the CEOs. So
yeah, and that's what sucks is I'm actually I've always been in support of the idea that games should probably be more expensive. Just because I grew up in an era where, you went to buy Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo, that was an $80 game. Chrono Trigger was $80 new.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how much they used to charge based on the amount of memory it took up in the cartridge, it felt like. Because, some games were $50. A lot of big RPGs were $80, and stuff like that. So I'm used to the idea that, hey, I gotta save my allowance for 5 months to be able to buy a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, instead now, where it's $60, it's hard to say. It's like I want games to be more expensive, but honestly, especially if unionization actually starts to happen, fully,
which it should,
which hopefully the shit going down at Blizzard leads to real fucking unionization, because that's where it's gonna, the Voltage Riders already winning.
Mm-hmm.
Collective action starting to examples of collective action working are going to be what makes me go, yeah, I have no issue paying $80 for a game, because I know that's actually going to developers, when in reality, when that actually starts happening, it's probably still going to go to the CEOs, and they're just going to fire all the developers. But it's such a weird situation to look at, where it's no, I want to put more money into the hands of the people that made this, not the people that published it, and not the CEOs in charge, but the people that actually made it.
All right. One last thing, and I guess this is just a nice little thing for John. Y'all remember Skullgirls? Do you remember Skullgirls, Chris?
This is a nice thing for John and Chris.
Okay, this is a nice thing for both of us. So, Skullgirls has had a really, really rough time of it.
Boy, have they.
I remember the full fucking tale of all the shit that went down with them. When they were Reverge Labs, and then they had to become Lab Zero, and just everything was so difficult for them. But hopefully things will be a bit better, especially now that they've gotten their shithead out of Lab Zero. But just today, just on our recording day, the Skullgirls mobile Twitter account tweeted out that they are adding a brand new character to the mobile game, Annie, who, if you are aware of the Skullgirls lore, she is she's basically a magical girl on a TV show. A lot of the characters in the show watch, or in the game, watch her show, and she's just a popular celebrity in the universe of Skullgirls. But in reality, she actually has all the powers that she has in the show, and even some more, because her little bunny mascot is actually a parasite. Much like how, Philia and Squiggly and some of the other characters have parasites, she also has a parasite on her team that's that little bunny. So they revealed that for the mobile game, which, they've been talking about that for a while. They're yeah, we're going to actually add probably a new character, because, there's only 10, 11 characters in Skullgirls or something, and they, have a whole mobile game where it's a gacha game. You're trying to roll for different characters, and, from what I've heard, they've been making a good amount of money on that mobile game. So, they wanted to add some variety. They wanted to add a new character for people to, go for, which, I should also mention, it is a gacha game, but of all the gacha games that I've played, it is, one of the least oppressive. They give you a lot in that game, and they are very much just yeah, you can roll this, whatever, but we're gonna give you plenty to get through this game. It's just, you're fine. But at the end of the trailer, they shift over and show straight up Skullgirl Second Encore, the actual base game, with Annie in it. So they're going to add Annie into Skullgirl Second Encore sometime next year. And like who knows what else is going to get added, because you know they said that there were like a group of characters that they had to add like a story mode, like a full-on story mode, and like I think Annie was one of them. Because it was like it's like Paris or Umbrella, which is Parasol's sister, and I think like that assassin lady, I think Black Dahlia, I think her name is. I think they said if they add those 3 characters, they would be able to do a story mode. So
I would like that. Like
maybe they'll do that. You know, it's been almost a decade, and maybe they'll actually be able to finish Skullgirls.
I know, right? But I mean, that's one of those things. Is I like Skullgirls a lot, and it's one of the few like things to come out of like quarantine is like a lot of fighting game players going, what can we play? Because you can't really play ArcSys games that well. Street Fighter's online sucks. Tekken's online sucks. Well, let's try out like the mass resurgence of Skullgirls was in the middle of a really big resurgence when Creepo started being creepy. And that resurgence is still there. You've got people like the Purple Sharpie constantly, and frickin' Sonic Fox is never going to shut up about how much they love that game. So it's just like, yeah, like there's been a resurgence of that. Killer Instinct, like all the games that have good solid netcode are the ones that a lot of people are going to jump to.
Like more of a chance.
Them's fighting herds, like I can go on now and it's not going to take me any time to find a match. Same with Killer Instinct is like, boom. Same with like Skullgirls online is active. They are active games right now. And it's like, that is like probably why we are starting to see this, because there is hey, people are playing our game again. The community is growing. And that's just that's a pretty great thing to see, is like communities of good games expanding to the point where maybe some of them come back. Like, you know, Skullgirls is the first one coming back. Hopefully Killer Instinct can make a frickin' recovery and get a season 4 or something, because I love that game.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes, because it's like, it sounds like it was just a combination of all these different factors, because that mobile game, it sounds like, made them a lot of money. Like, they were really going off of that mobile game, and like, it helped. Like, I mean, you know, they did like their Indiegogo for Indivisible, but it sounds like that mobile game was what really pushed them on for Indivisible, so, you know, good for them, I guess. But yeah, we'll see how that goes, because she looks really fun. I would love for another reason to play that game, because I miss it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, hey, we can play together and it'll be a solid connection. Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, you'll utterly destroy me because I suck at tag fighters, but
if you want to send in questions, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. Harlequin Wheels asks, what would be the funniest game to split into multiple versions like Pokemon or Battle Network, and what would the versions' exclusives be? Cooking Mama with exclusive food.
Oh god, that just makes me mad.
You can't make omelets in this game. You have to get the other one to make an omelet.
Yeah.
You try to make an omelet, Mama's gonna get mad at you.
Oh no. I will trade you my omelet for your gazpacho.
Hell no. Fuck gazpacho. Get out of here. None of that. It's not allowed here.
No, that's
Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem. There you go. That's all I have to say. You know what the answer to the exclusives are, but yeah, Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
People kill each other over that.
Oh god. Yeah. Well, actually, no. They tried that with Fire Emblem Fates, and everyone fucking hated it. So
that's right. I forgot about that.
See,
I think my brain was keeping me safe. I think
Shin Megami Tensei You buy Nocturne on PS4. It's the only one where you can get Dante. Even though they're releasing Dante as DLC, which
we forgot to say that. Yeah. They're doing Dante DLC for like $10,
which is freaking hilarious, because if you do that, it changes the game to the Maniacs version that had Dante in it. And here's the thing: compared to Rido, Dante sucks.
I think I saw that they said that they actually buffed him.
Oh,
so,
okay. So maybe Dante is good now, but Rido's still cooler. He has a cat.
Boss Stones asks, who's got the most handsome voice in video games? Handsome voice.
John St. John.
He's up there. You know, when he's doing his Big the Cat voice, that's pretty handsome.
I don't know.
Handsome.
Handsome.
The guy who plays Geralt has a very handsome voice, very, very gruff, very... I always feel bad saying that something is manly, because I feel like that has a connotation of like whenever someone's like, oh, that was a manly anime, I'm always like, no, you're explaining it in a bad way, and it's stupid, and it's bad, but like, I feel like Geralt's voice actor has a very manly voice, but it's in a way that is like, it's a positive manly, it's a caring manly, it's a like, I'm using my masculinity in a positive way, and that is something that I appreciate of Geralt in Witcher 3, I should say, specifically. And that is that I would say he has a very, very handsome voice.
Yeah, Geralt,
that's a Doug Cockle, I should say is his name.
I think the hard part of like a lot of the very commonly used voice actors is they kind of only have one voice. Mm-hmm. And it's always excessively handsome. Like, I could go with like a Matt Mercer, but every character he voices just sounds like Matt Mercer with a slightly different tone or a slight accent. Like, it always just sounds like him. So I guess, maybe I mean, because they are always handsome. But
we gotta stop saying handsome.
Yeah, I just like saying the word handsome.
We gotta stop saying handsome.
Handsomely so.
I mean, we answered this previously. Fangton did ask how excited we are for Annie. We're excited for Annie.
We are.
Absolutely. I'll ask you. I don't know if you remember when they did the Indiegogo, they had like the voting on which characters to add. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was like 5-6 years ago.
Yes.
So I don't blame you, but if you can, which character from that would you want them to add next? Like, who do you want them to add next?
Like, I don't entirely remember who they were. I just remember that they were like part of their pitch. So I can't really answer this one, I don't think. Who would you answer?
I either want Minette, who's that like fish girl, that works at the like restaurant that Miss Fortune eats at, or I want friggin' Panzerfaust, who's that like big ass dude that just has a tank on his fist. Because Panzerfaust just means tank fist. So
yeah, that's real good. I like that just because of the name. The name is good.
It's a good name. But yeah, either one of those I think would be my picks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's selfish though. If I'm being pragmatic, I would just want them to add the characters that would make them do the story mode, because I would love for them to just do a full story mode with a fully voiced cast, because like all those voice actors are incredible for that game, you know? And like I think it would, like, every time I sit there and like think about Skullgirls, I just think about how everyone who worked on that game, like that, like brought them all together. Like that team at Lab Zero, they're all like obviously really good friends. Like, I mean, they worked on stuff before that, you know, like they worked on like Scott Pilgrim game and some other stuff. But you know, look at all the voice actors, and like all those voice actors are like friends. Like if you follow any of them on Twitter, it's just like, yeah, there's like Christina V because she was Sarabella, and she's still talking with like Philia's voice actress and Miss Fortune's voice actress, and you know, like they're all off doing other stuff. They're not really working together, but like they're still friends just because they all met because of Skullgirls, and it's like that's just such like a positive experience. Like they still think about it. They still like bring up like, yeah, I love Skullgirls. You know, it's just that's you know, that's a nice thing. And so, yeah, I'm excited for those people to work together again. Yeah. Especially if they don't have to deal with dumbass.
with dumbass, horny programmer.
Anonymous asks, has a video game creepypasta actually scared you? Yeah, when I was younger. I was an extremely impressionable and scared child.
No, I don't think so. Bad. Like, but what's very bad? What's a good video game creepypasta?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of it just, you know, bad at scaring. I don't know. I don't remember a lot of them. The only one that I remember is the Godzilla creepypasta, and I don't think that one's scary. I just think that one's funny.
I'm sorry. Please enlighten me.
You don't know the Godzilla one?
I don't know the Godzilla one.
Okay. It's one of those just like, I found this game and it's haunted kind of things. But it's based on a Super Nintendo Godzilla game. So Godzilla's like getting haunted by this fucked up looking monster. And, you know, that's just the scary thing, is that the scary monster is like, oh, I'm going to come out of the game and I'm going to get you, person that's playing. But near the end, they just add like an OC monster that's like going to help Godzilla and like actually does like helps Godzilla win. And the most famous part of it, and it's just when it completely falls off the rails and it just becomes like a complete comedy, is there's just like a screen in the game where it shows the monster. It's what the fucking I don't remember what the monster's called. But yeah, they just show the monster for a second, and for like no reason, it just says "Still the best, 1973," and it's like, all right, yeah, Solomon, that was his name. Yeah, it's just there's Solomon, still the best, 1973. And then they fight the big bad monster. And that's it.
Just Godzilla and Solomon, best friends forever.
They're best friends forever. Yeah, that's the NES Godzilla. It's not Super Nintendo, it's NES. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. Please forgive me.
I had that NES Godzilla game. It was weird.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
It's not great.
But I thought it was so cool.
Yeah. Well, he's a friend to Godzilla, and they should put Solomon in one of the new movies, and he should say "Still the best, 1973," and everyone will be like, "What does that mean?" And he's just like, "I don't know," because they don't even explain it in the creepypasta. It's just like, I don't know what that means.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Cello Buster asks, the Grinch has kidnapped Santa. It looks like Christmas is finally off for good. The Green Menace didn't take into account one factor: Jack Skellington, who is hell-bent on delivering his own spooky brand of Christmas no matter who gets in the way. In this Clash of the Titans, who will win? Or who ultimately prevails? The immovable Grinch or the unstoppable Pumpkin King? Okay, this is... I think you meant to send this into Death Battle. But we can still answer this. So, I think Jack Skellington would whip the absolute shit out of the Grinch. Like, Jack Skellington actually has, like, powers and, like, weapons and shit. What the fuck is the Grinch gonna do? He's just gonna, like, scowl. He's gonna, like, walk. He's gonna be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Grinch is just gonna get beat to shit.
Yeah, no, this isn't even a battle. This is just Jack Skellington going like, well,
all right, fucker. Just
guess that's done.
Whipping him. Yeah.
Throw an explosive present at him. He's dead. Go. Oh yeah. No.
Like, all right, I'm taking your dog with me, motherfucker. At least I know how to take care of a dog.
My dog may be a ghost, but even I take better care of it than you do.
You asshole. That's good. It. The Grinch's torso wound grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh, God.
That's how it's going to go. All right, last question. Again, send them to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. Anonymous asks, did the Postal franchise really have that great of an effect upon game culture? Because I've never seen anyone So they say they've never heard anyone talk about Postal 2, which I think I should mention that the game that everyone thinks about is Postal 2. That's the one with, like, the petition and Gary Coleman and, like, peeing on everybody. That's Postal 2. So there is a Postal 3 and a Postal 4.
Wait,
that
what?
Nobody talks about. Yeah. I think Postal 4 came out, like, this year.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody cares about Postal anymore. It was something that was like, oh my god, like, it was a thing when there were all those pearl clutchers in Congress and, like, you know, Jack Thompson and everything, where it was, you know, it was something to be like, oh my god, that's so fucked up. It's so offensive. Like, I was watching, I think the reason why this came up is because I actually posted a little bit about it on Twitter last night, because I was watching some videos of someone just playing the game, because, you know, I've always been curious, like, what is this thing? It is just South Park shit. It's really lame. It's not worth anyone's trouble whatsoever. It's, like, you know, it's offensive in all the most boring possible ways, like, you know, they have, like, really bad trans stereotypes. They have a bunch of, like, you know, like, hollering Middle Eastern guys blowing themselves up because, you know, 9/11 had just happened not that long ago, and they had to, you know, stoke the fucking fears of terrorism and, you know, stereotype and ostracize millions and millions of people. You know, you could kill Gary Coleman, which, I don't know, I mean, that's kind of funny. But, you know, it's just, I feel like its effect on gaming culture was that it dragged it down a bit, you know, because, like, people, you know, saw stuff like that, and they weren't, like, you know, the people that were gonna get offended were offended, but it's like, now you look at that, and it's just like, man, was that worth it? Did we really have to go there to fucking stick it to Jack Thompson? No, we didn't.
It's God, like, I was like fine age for that game to maybe be funny for me when it came out, and even I was like, no.
Honestly, when I was watching that game, though, it's like, even the guy that was playing it, like, it's that Civi guy specifically. I don't know too much about him, so I can't make a full moral claim on the guy, but, like, the intros to each of the videos are straight up just like, you know, like, I don't condone, like, a lot of the stuff that's in this game. He doesn't really, like, say that any of the stuff in it is good. He's just like, I still like to play this game because, like, it's a nostalgia thing, and I just kind of make my own fun with it. And, you know, I don't condone a lot of the stuff, but, like, it was the kind of thing where I was just like, I get it. You know, you grew up with this dumb fucking thing. You know, you think about just the postal dude with his dumb voice, and you're just going around shooting people and smoking crack, and it's just like, it's like putting on old beat up shoes. It's like, they fit, they feel kind of nice, but they're old as shit, and you really should move on, you know? It's just, it's that kind of thing. So, you know, it's just, these games should be left in the past, and it really seems like they have. Like, the only people that are going to be buying a new Postal game that is doing the same thing that Postal 2 did are the kind of people that are just going to complain when, you know, someone says, oh, there should be better representation. You know, it's just all those kinds of people, you know, and that's what Running with Scissors, that's what they're going to be living off of forever, as long as they keep doing that.
Yeah.
It does not need to exist in 2020 and beyond. Like, it's a cultural, it's a thing that you look back on as, like, a historical piece of how it used to be and how we need to move on, and how pandering to the lowest common denominator just makes you look like a fucking idiot 10, 20 years later, because, you know, nobody's gonna remember it. Everyone's just gonna move, like, you know, nobody's gonna remember Postal in, like, 10 years. Because all the people that do remember it are going to be too old to care.
Yeah. And like even then, people of that age are just going to be like, okay, I guess this exists. Why, I don't know. And then try hard, like, we need epic, gonna own the libs. Yeah. People are, that's all you're selling to now. Like, that's legitimately all they are selling to. But the fact that there are fucking 4 of them, Jesus. What? Like,
I don't know.
I'm so confused right now.
I have no idea. Don't tell me. Don't ask me.
The world is a weird place.
It sure is. I will say though, I watched a few of those videos, and for the rest of the night, I just heard, like, as clear as day in my mind, just Postal Dude going, "Oh, my penis weenus." Like, that's like all I could hear. It's just like that guy has a funny voice. At least in Postal 2, I think they bring on a different guy every time to play him, which, you know, kind of sucks, because the guy from 2 just had a really funny voice, and if they're gonna keep bringing that dumb shit back, they probably should have just kept him, but whatever. It really is just like, you know, like it's like Duke Nukem without John St. John. It doesn't even have like that ironic enjoyment, you know?
Yeah.
But that should do it!
That's it, I think. Nice brisk podcast this week.
Yeah, sure. That's how it goes. Yeah. Let me see here. So, I'll go through the usual in a moment, but I should mention for everybody, you know, we have our Patreon, patreon.com/VGCC, where we post Chuchigatari, which Chuchigatari, we took a week off, and then I just posted it for free, because fuck it. We're probably going to skip the next episode because we just want to be normal. We don't want to rush people. Just watch the show, relax. No biggie. But I bet you're wondering, wait, but does that mean that there's no content for the Patreon anytime soon? Well, guess what, motherfucker? There is.
Oh, hell yeah.
We just released a new Starlight car. It's back. Starlight car is back. We interviewed one of the most famous gamers out there right now. We talked to one of the most famous and most nice and just absolutely delightful people on YouTube right now. Britta, aka Food for Dogs. If you've seen any of those, like, screenshots or any of the videos of that, like, old lady talking about Vita games and, like, JRPGs, that's her. And Scott and I talked to her. It was mostly Scott. You know, Scott is doing his Starlight Card thing, but I was there. And we talked to her about the Vita, about anime, about all the games that she loves, and doing YouTube as an older person. She's just a complete delight, and I highly recommend you listen to it. It's up on the Patreon right now, and it'll be free in a few more days after you hear this. So, you know, do what you want, you know, give us $3 to listen to it now, or you can wait a little bit. That's okay too.
It's worth it. It's worth that $3. It's a good dang podcast.
We're going to be trying to do Starlight Car again more often. You know, it's a lot of work, but it's really fun when you're just able to talk to somebody and just really get into their head and, you know, be friendly. That's something we want to do with Starlight Car. We're not grilling people. We're not being like, the fuck's your problem? We're just trying to get down and really understand what makes people do what they want to do and why they love what they love. And that's Chooch for you, I feel like.
Yep.
So yeah, patreon.com/VGCC. Only if you have the money, though. I'm not going to say, you know, you need to just blow all your money on our stuff, because, you know, that's fine. I get it. Times are tough. But $3 is $3 for us if you want. So that's okay. You can follow us on Twitter at VGChooChoo. Follow us on Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. Facebook page, Video Game Choo Choo. We have our YouTube page, youtube.com/videogamechoochoo. We have our Patreon, like I said. We have our Discord server, thegamezone.zone. Just type that into your web browser and it'll bring you straight there. And you can hang out with us. We post all kinds of dumb shit. We talk about content. We watch videos. It's a nightmare in there, but it's a fun nightmare. It's good there. Thank you to meltchannel/Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic's Real. If you want to listen to their old stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com, or you can listen on Spotify. And you can listen to Magic Circuit on Spotify as well. That's their newer stuff. And it's still good. They're from what I've seen, Magic Circuit's working on some new music. So I don't know when that'll be. I don't have like an in. I mean, I guess I could just ask, actually, now that I think about it. You know what? For next week, I'll ask. I'll be like, hey, what's up with the new music? So I can talk about it on the show. Maybe you all can get a little taste. We'll see how it goes. I'll tell you what's coming up. And that's about it. Chris, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/Judgment Scythe. Wow. Hi, my brain. And yeah, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Shikatsu Star, and like finally actually getting started on some things because I was able to pick up my PS2, so I'm going to play through all the Suikoden games with my girlfriend. As you are to do. Exactly.
And you can find me at JOHN_MICHONSKI. That's where I am. And I probably should be there less, but, you know.
I mean, it's Twitter. We should all be on Twitter less.
But you should be on VideoGameChooChoo.com more often, because we got a lot of stuff coming up this week, so just be ready for that. We got some reviews coming up. We got the free Starlight car. Let's see what else happens, you know? Who knows? We'll see. We got a whole week ahead of us. Nothing can stop us.
Nothing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. So long.